So we're going to go through an incline bench here, and we're going to show you how the angle of our elbow, or the height of our elbow, is going to be much more, is going to dictate much more of what part of the pec is doing the work rather than the angle of the bench. So if we get them to do 5 reps here, like I said before, these muscles are going to pull in straight lines. So you can see the insertion, the origin here. All we're thinking of doing with this upper pec is pulling across here. So with the elbows nice and high and that back still locked in place, you can easily see these top part of your pec doing all the work because you're just pulling those straight lines. And for him, obviously, again, that sternum angle is quite handy. The higher up that sternum angle, the more of that pec he can get working there. But what I'm going to get him to do now is we're going to drop those elbows down a bit more. Same angle of the bench. But now this is going to dictate a much different path or a much different part of the muscle doing the work. Go up. So you can see it's really starting to pull across here. So he's got the insertion is still at the upper arm and he's pulling across here. So the main part of his pec doing the work is now that lower pec. And you can do this again on a flat bench. But you want to make sure that you're really paying attention to your elbow path of the movement and not the angle of the bench if you're really starting to think about what part of your pec you're trying to build. Relax. So what I want to do is show you real world what this looks like when we're trying to train our pec. On a flat bench, we're obviously going to be more likely for our pec to do the work. And what I mean by that is that our pec attaches to our bicep through our upper arm here. So when he's coming to the bottom of our press, that's going to be where the greatest amount of fibers of his pec is going to be working, because for him you can see he's got a really steep sternum angle. So this amount of pec through here, you can see that main majority of the pec that attaches at your arm is on top. So that's going to be doing a shitload more work than your front delt. If he was like me or any normal human, dip this down to make it flat. This is what most people look like at the bottom of a press. You can see their front, and he still doesn't give it any justice, but you can see the front delt is much more likely to take over. So the ability to pinch your back in is first off, just trying to make sure you can actually keep your back stable is going to make a big difference. But changing that angle, and if you were flat like he was just before, you may even have to go to a decline angle to achieve that angle. For him, obviously, that sternum angle is so steep already that on a flat bench he can do as much work as possible.